Yo, what up, dogs? What's happening? Turn my phone on silent. Check my Simpsons tapped out town. Drag another window to the other monitor. Open up the Google Docs. Episode 399. Next week is the episode 400. Granadal. What? Nix. Hi. So next week is episode 400. So we're having guests on. So if you fancy joining, tweet us or go on our website and type in on the contact page that you want to join us. Send us a thing. Yeah, go on the website, contact, and then say, hey, I want to go on the show. Give me some more. Give me some more. And all that shit. Cool. I'll just wait for the others. Got 5 people, plepple. 3 on YouTube, 2 on Mixer. Nix, you're watching on Mixer. What's the matter with you? Are you crazy? Are you insane? Stu will be ringing me very soon. My Simpsons tapped out town is getting there. Alright. What up, Pilch? Last week's guest. Stu just sent me a cheerleading emoji. Very rarely sends emojis. So I'm going to send him a ninja one. PUBG streams. What about PUBG streams? You want me to do more? I did a best bits. I uploaded a best bits. It's called Focused Ladies on the YouTube channel. Or you just watching random ones, random PUBG streams. But yeah, no, I've got episode 6 of the best bits of PUBG coming up very soon. Morty, get that exclusive PUBG Pickle Rick. Can't wait to hear all about the holiday. Well, I do need a nap, Pilch, so it might come in handy. It'll just be about how we forgot to upload the show, because Stu didn't say, hey guys, upload the show. Don't upload the show. He never said that. He'll say he will, but well, I don't remember. Okay. We could have uploaded the show like way early, but we just thought Stu would do it because he never said he wouldn't. So there you go. No, I've been watching loads of PUBG, but you haven't watched mine. It's okay. It's okay. No, you was in. I remember you watching before. I don't know if you watch the best bits, but I know you watch me play PUBG. I don't know what the hold up is. I have no idea. Aha. What up?
One time with the crane.
Can everybody in the chat tell me about the levels? Pedros, Viva la Pedros is here.
Viva la Pedros. Viva la Pedros. Viva, viva la Pedros.
I think I'm a little bit too loud. Or you're too quiet. Speak now, Stu.
Hello.
Shut up.
Yeah,
Shut up.
Yeah, I don't know.
Shut up.
Yeah.
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 What up?
What up?
What?
Are we ready?
I don't know. Is Stu okay? Is he?
Stu, are you okay?
Viva la Pedros.
See,
Angry Stu got there.
you see.
Thank you, Fowler.
IRAFJs.
Good God, has that got longer, that soundbite? It sounds longer than it used to.
Are we ready?
I think so.
I think we're ready, Duke.
Okay. Well, then here it comes.
Yo, to the veteran gamers, Juju, Chinny, other fellas will tell you about every single game that you're playing this week. News, reviews, and an indie pick. Stu story time and Chinny's game breakers. Here comes Duke with the soundbite saviors.
No one gives a
Veteran
shit.
gamers. It's the veteran gamers.
Boring.
It's the veteran gamers.
Oh, I get it. I get jokes.
Switch that console off before you have to press repeat, yo.
Can we cut the condescending crap and play the game?
Hello and welcome to episode 399. 399, that is, people, of the Veteran Gamers podcast. Oh, yeah, it is.
Hey, 399. We're feeling fine. Coming at you one more time before the show that is live. I guess we're always live now, but whatever. I'm Duke.
I'm Stu.
Chinny, what up, everyone?
What up?
We're streaming on the internet, Twitch, YouTube, and Mixer.
Gaming lifestyle. The gaming lifestyle.
There we go.
Yeah.
Done the intro.
There we go.
Stu, we can move on.
We can move right on. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, I'm back. I'm back, everybody. Oh,
yeah, you're back. Right, but I'd like to say...
We need to get this shit back on track after last week's debacle.
The start of the show. All right, all right, all right.
Gotta
Before we... Shut up. Right. Before we get into that and everything's fucked...
Nothing is fucked.
So, let's just say episode 400 is next week.
It is.
We're looking for people to join the show next week. If you're around, let us know either on Twitter that you want to join, or go on our website veterangamers.co.uk, and there's a contact thing at the top right. Click that and then say, I want to join, and you have to give us your Skype name, and then we'll put you on the list. I don't know, like 10-minute, 15-minute slot each or something like that. 10-minute probably do. And you just talk some
20.
shit. Talk some shit. Doesn't matter. Just come with something. You just come with like your favorite host, which is obviously me, or like a funny story, or just like I don't know.
How about tell us about the first time you ever discovered the Veteran Gamers and the first time you ever turned it off in disgust.
Yeah. When you started and when you quit. That's when we want to know. So yeah, that's next week. Hey, come.
Yeah, it's interesting. You should say about turning off and quitting, because we very rarely ever get any comments on Podbean, but we did get one this week. We got a comment on Podbean this week. Are you ready for this?
Yeah.
This is the comment on Podbean this week.
Go for it.
All right.
I was giving this a try until some dickhead was chomping chips or something into the mic. Fuck out of here with that dumb shit. Hope he's a guest and not a regular. Triggered. There you go.
Well, yes, he was a guest, but we don't care that you're not listening because you sound like an intolerant, sad.
He does. He does. So there you go. So Pilch got a reaction. That's good. It's good.
Pilch is good at getting reactions. That's what he's good at.
He definitely got a reaction.
Reaction.
No one gives a shit.
No,
that's why we like him. That's why we like him.
But it is funny. It was a funny comment. It made me laugh.
Last week's episode was fine. Nothing was fucked.
I didn't say there was anything funny, did I?
Thing is fucked. No, man. The goddamn plane has crashed into the mountain.
It was fine. Last week was awesome. We had a great
It was
show.
all fine. It was all fine until it came to the day to publish.
Oh, for God's sake. It was 12 hours late. Stu's like some major crisis. People in Texas don't know what the real crisis is.
No, but right, and I've got to clear this up a little bit, right? I get stick every week for publishing on a Thursday because that's too late apparently. But when I'm away, it wouldn't have got published at all unless I sent a message going, "Yo, why has the show not been published?"
Stu, I can't speak for anybody else. I don't give you stick because it's too late to publish. I give you stick because I don't understand what you do between Sunday evening and Thursday evening.
I got shit to do, man. I have shit to do.
Did you do that shit last week?
Yes, I did. Yeah. No, it went up as is this week. There was no level 18 or anything.
There was a horrible rending of garments. People were pulling their hair out, going, the sound quality is
Also, I don't remember you telling us to publish it.
Well, how do you think I'm going to do that in Austria?
I don't know when you come back from Austria.
What, on the Saturday?
On, please. No one cares about this. Argue about it off the show. We're ready for a story time.
My favorite time. It's story time. Story time.
We don't talk to each other off the show.
No, we don't. No, we don't. Anyway, what does Pilch read then? That Tuscans denied it, man. It must be something pretty bad. What is he saying?
I don't know.
What is that? Anyway, so how are you all? Anyway, you good?
Yeah, awesome.
Yeah.
The Dutch got a new chicken coop. It's right outside the window. It's beautiful.
Chicken coop. So you're gonna kill some chickens? I like it.
No.
What do you mean? No, that's what you have chickens for, isn't it? To eat.
No, we have them for their eggs.
Eggs.
My
So you're
auntie
killing
has
chicks.
Excellent. Ha! Get it like The Simpsons? Ha!
I get it.
Egghead like this bookie walk.
That's another egg Simpson. And then there's the part where the dude is running away at the stonecutter meeting in the egg outfit. He goes, "You better run, egg."
Yeah, that's a thing
Yeah.
that happened in the show.
It is.
There we go.
Where's the tumbleweed, people?
Saved your life. That egg sandwich killed you by cholesterol.
Forget it, Homer. While it has been established that eggs contain cholesterol, it has not yet been proven conclusively that they actually raise the level of serum cholesterol in the human bloodstream.
So one of those egg council creeps got to you too, huh?
Oh, you got it all wrong, Homer. It's not like that.
And the egg is running away now.
You'd better run, egg!
There you go. I had to play the sound clip of that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that clears everything up.
Yeah, no, I didn't like. It's not like I didn't believe you, Duke. Like I have seen the episode.
Well, it's not about whether you believe me or not. It's about the quality of the moment. It's
Right.
it's so much better when you can have the actual sound from The Simpsons.
I
rather
would argue about that, to be honest.
So you're saying
Yeah.
I'm as good as the actual show is what you're saying?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Does anybody have an actual story to tell? Y'all went on vacations to Greece and the moon and Australia and places. Tell us something.
Australia? Good God, no, I didn't go
I
there.
didn't go on vacation.
Where were you? Yeah, but you were out of the country.
I was out of,
Well, it
I was
was
out of
kind
my
of, I
country.
guess. It was out of England.
Fuck's sake. Y'all left your hometowns. What happened when you were away? Did anything interesting or exciting happen?
Well, something weird happened for me. Does that count?
Uh-huh.
What,
Because
you,
they had,
you stopped
right, but-
talking for a while.
I know, yeah, not really. That didn't happen.
That's
But
it.
where we were, God, I mean, that was a bit mild, very wordy.
we were.
Where we
Where
were, where we were,
Where we were.
where we were. There was a stage set up. There was a stage set up in the town square, and on a few occasions they had entertainment on.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
And
Sex
one
shows.
particular- Yeah, not quite that sort of entertainment, but one particular night on the Wednesday, it was an Elvis tribute act. And he had the suit on, he had the big fancy belt with a massive buckle. He'd obviously grown his hair for a long time to get it in a quiff, just like Elvis.
Dedicated is what you're saying.
He was very and he was Austrian, obviously, or German. We couldn't tell which, Austrian, German. But spoke with
Stu.
what?
quaff.
A quaff. Is that what it's called? A quaff.
Quaff.
A quaff. Anyway, he had a quaff. But yeah, he did the whole 9 yards, and I've got to say, he had a look of Elvis. He did look a little bit like him. He could have passed. And not only that, but he pretended to be Elvis for the whole show.
Nice.
So he talked as though he was Elvis. And when he did a song, he went, well, yeah, I wrote this little song in 1963 on a road trip. You know, he did all that stuff. He pretended to be Elvis.
Go take a dump. Oh, you're going to toilet paper over there. Oh,
yeah. But what was so funny about it all was, I think people really thought it was Elvis because women were screaming, right, going up to the stage and touching him and stuff and like kissing him. And it was all a bit weird.
Was Kay up there?
No, Kay was like, when can we go? But do you know what?
Ask me that every time we go out, and I'm telling you, once again, never.
Do you know what, though? The place was rammed. I mean, I've never seen so many people in that place before, because it's only a little town, and it was just, there were people everywhere. But yeah, he was pretty good. He did 2.5 hours of Elvis songs, and he was pretty good. I've got to give him props. He was pretty good, but it was a little bit weird when he kept coming into the audience and hugging people. Yeah. Bit odd. Yeah. It was a bit odd. But yeah, I think he genuinely believed he was Elvis reincarnated. But the funniest bit of the whole set. Oh my god. The funniest bit of the whole set was about 2/3 of the way through. He's like, "Who wants what song would anyone like to hear? What song would you like to hear?"
Rage
like,
Against
you
the
know,
Machine.
What song would you like to hear?
Rage Against the Machine.
Yeah, Rage Against the Machine. And someone shouted out,
"I won't do what you tell me. You won't do what you tell me."
Smack that bitch up.
Well, this was
that's Prodigy, not Rage Against the Machine.
I know that's a different song.
That is definitely
request.
Prodigy.
All right.
Anyway,
jokes.
But for God's sake. But anyway, right? He asked the question, and what do people do when you ask a question? The answer, don't they? You say what they want to hear.
Penis.
Oh, wait. I think you need
penis song.
Process of question and answer some more.
Exactly. So someone shouted out really.
What does the singer do when he goes on stage? He sings songs.
So someone shouted out really loudly, "Suspicious Minds," you know, because it was a good song. I don't think it sounds quite like that.
Have any consonants? This is what he would sound like.
So anyway, a woman shouted out "Suspicious Minds," and he went, "Oh yeah, that's what I end the show with, so that's not happening." And he told her off. He told the woman off for shouting out "Suspicious Minds." So yeah, she didn't get what she asked for, really. So there you go. But yeah. Help. I'm rolling tonight.
I've been purgatory for 10 fucking years.
Oh, Bill Hicks.
Bill Hicks. Talking of Bill Hicks, but not necessarily him, but the 15 funniest jokes of the Edinburgh Fringe came out this week. Do you want to hear these, Duke? Because you're a good judge on funny jokes. Do you want to hear these?
Time, you mean?
Yeah. Pardon?
The 15 funniest of all time, or of this year?
No, just this year's Fringe Festival. So this year's funniest jokes. Are you ready? They're all one-liners, so they're pretty quick.
Pick the top 5.
Okay, so number 5 is this. You ready? I like this. This is my favourite, actually. My God. I think this should have been number 1. Here we go. All right, I'm reading the joke. Here we go.
Start with, I really like this one. It's pretty funny.
It's a good one. Right, you ready? Here we go. I like to imagine the guy who invented the umbrella was just going to call it Brella, but he hesitated.
That is pretty funny. I like that. I will give it clapping if I think it's good. I will do the crazy laughing if it's not so funny.
Okay. Number 4. You will not get...
Wait. You're not getting who that is.
Oh, that was by Andy Field.
Okay, I don't know who that is. Next one is by...
And you won't know any of these comedians.
This one's by Mark Simmons, and this is a very British joke, and I like this a lot. But
Simmons from Kiss?
No. But you won't like this.
Folks all night.
So, are you ready?
Yes.
Here we go. No, number 4. Combine harvesters, and you'll have a really big restaurant.
Get it? Because the word combine can be a thing or a verb.
There you go. And Harvesters is the name of a restaurant chain in the UK. So there you go.
You know what? I think, Stu, you should do stand-up comedy.
I know. I'm good at delivering. I'm good.
It would
All right, you know what? I went to the store. All right, listen.
Because he would say, like, for example, I'm just going to give the easy joke. Why did the chicken cross the road? Go on, guess it, go on. And then,
chicken.
And then you go, yeah, it's a chicken. What is he doing, right? And then you go, to the other side. And so the reason why that's funny is because it's an anti-joke, because the chicken...
It's not really a joke. Right, you ready for the next one?
Talk about video games at some point, people. Don't worry.
I know, yeah. Well, if you keep interrupting, it takes longer.
Well, if you just stop the fucking...
Thanks for that shirt idea, or the link to the shirt. Sorry, go ahead.
So the next one's by Olaf Falafel.
Never heard of him.
He's from Sweden. He's a Swedish comedian.
You won't know these comedians, Duke.
You won't know any of them. Any of them.
Fringe?
Yeah, but like when he was a nobody.
You'll know none of these. Anyway, here we go.
He does the Fringe Festival every year, doesn't he?
Not these ones. These are like...
Anyway, go ahead.
Right, okay. I wasn't particularly close to my dad before he died, which was lucky because he trod on a landmine.
See, I think that's like, if I can see the punchline coming as soon as you start the joke, I'm sorry, that didn't impress me.
Okay, here we go. This next one's from Alexi Sale, who's a very old comedian.
Oh, wow.
Who was on The Young Ones?
Yes. He was.
He wrote The Young Ones with Ben Elton and Rick Mayer.
I know something about British comedy.
Alexi Sale. And he said this, I'm giving up asking rhetorical questions, because what's the point?
That's pretty good. That's like the Mitch Hedberg joke. What do you get when you cross a joke with a rhetorical question?
There you go. Number 2, from Frankie Boyle. You might know Frankie Boyle. He's fairly, big comedian in the UK. Anyway, he says this.
He likes to make jokes about like disabled people.
Yeah, he's a bit. Anyway, he's not very PC, shall we say? So anyway, this was his joke. Trump's nothing like Hitler. There's no way he could write a book.
Nice. That's great.
And this is the final one. This was the number one funniest joke.
Okay.
Which I don't know. Let's see what you think. Okay. I'm not a fan of the new pound coin, but then again, I hate all change.
You know what? It's kind of a groaner, but it's good. I like it.
That's it. And that's by Ken Cheng. And he got 33%. So there you go.
Let's talk about the
So, what have you lot been playing? Because I've obviously been away. Chinny has been to Wales. How long was he in Wales for, by the way?
2 days. No, 2 days. I was in Bristol for 1 day.
9 days then.
But I wasn't just in Wales. I was in a place called Dale, at a place called Dale Fort, which is a military base at the end of the earth.
It is at the end of, well, it was definitely the end of Wales anyway.
Yeah, it's just at the very, like, it's if Wales had a penis, which it does if you look at it, it does look a little penis where the penis would go. Like, I was on the little tip of it, you know what I mean? Like, just right on it.
So you were on the bell end, is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
You were on the Jap.
I was on the Jap side, not the bell end. I was on the Jap side.
You were on the Jap side.
Sorry, Duke. I know this isn't.
That's a very racist term when you think about it, isn't it?
Well, they're gonna make
because if you didn't think carefully about it, you wouldn't realize it's racist.
They're gonna make a London Eye in Japan, aren't they? Anyway, right. So I was on the end of the earth. I was doing it for work. I was in Bristol for work. I don't know. Everybody was nice in Wales. I don't know. What do you want? I had a whole day where I had to film a fucking thing at the beach. It was beautiful weather, and we had to work with lovely people. I don't know. I'm blessed. What the fuck do you want?
Well, is that what you're saying? Thing on the beach for like good-looking women? Is that what you mean?
No, it's for a promo for like it's a thing called the Field Studies Council, and they like do holidays for stuff, and then.
Oh, sounds a bit boring. Right, let's move on.
Fuck you.
I tried to move on before by playing the theme song for what you've been
on, man.
The problem, listeners, is...
Well, we asked him one question. I didn't expect an essay, man.
Shut up. When I have my volume like this, people... I sound good on the recording, but y'all can't hear me. So I have to keep shouting. That's why I turn my volume up normally. Just so the listeners know.
Anyway, Duke, what have you been playing?
Me? I thought Chinny was going.
I don't know. Either of you. I don't care. Who?
All right, I'll go because I've been playing a lot of awesome, exciting games.
Woo.
Rocket League.
Oh God.
Yeah.
There's nothing to say about it. It's awesome. Minecraft. I started a new settlement in Imagine Craft, which is a whitelist only server. So it's very exclusive. You have to apply.
Whoa. It was a white only server.
Yeah.
That sounds a bit racist.
Oh, whitelist.
Yeah, but see, that's a racist term because if you do a bad thing, you go on the blacklist.
Yeah.
If you want to be a good person, you're on the white list.
Yeah.
What's up with that? Anyway, at one point I was playing Rocket League and I was getting really mad, and I realized, you know what? I should try playing a racing game because a lot of the thrill of Rocket League is going fast in a car. So I should play a racing game. Okay, what's the best racing game I have, or the one I played recently? The Crew. Now, I remember there being problems with it, but I liked it in general. Let me reinstall that. So I did, and I started playing it again. And here's what I realized about The Crew. The mechanics, the cars, they're awesome. Everything else in the game sucks. And there's so much other stuff in the game. And they keep adding new crap. So they added these 2 new updates, one of which is like monster trucks and like desert speed tests. And the other update is like cops and robbers. And instead of just saying you could get this DLC if you want, no, they have, for instance, in the cops and robbers thing, one of the things you do is you grab crates from one place and you take them to another place while the cops chase you. Okay. So in the game, it just puts the crates everywhere. And if you're in the middle of going to a mission point and you pass by one of those crates, suddenly you're in a crate mission and the cops are chasing you. I'm like, what the hell? I just want to go to the next city. It was so annoying.
So can you not stop that from happening?
No. Apparently there's no way to turn it off.
So hey guys.
That sucks.
It does suck. And it's so bad because there's things about the game that are really good. Like I said, the driving's good. The cars are nice. I really wanted to keep playing The Crew, but there's so much extra crap. And then at one point it was loading forever. Like literally I walked away for 10 minutes and I came back and it was still loading. And it's so disappointing because if a game is bad, it's just bad. And I'm like, okay, whatever. Hopefully I didn't pay a lot for it. It's just bad. But a game that has a lot of promise, a game that does some things really well, that makes me more frustrated. Then it's like, I know what this game could be.
Yeah.
So
apparently they did loads of updates to The Crew as well. Because I played The Crew a long time ago, and they improved it a lot. But yeah.
Some ways it's like I said. In some ways they've improved it and made it good. In some ways they kept adding shit in and made it dumb. And so I couldn't play it. It felt too annoying. And so I reinstalled Burnout Paradise because I didn't really ever get very far in there. Like I had fun driving around and doing silly stuff, but I never really did many of the missions.
Such a good game, that.
I'll see if that scratches my itch for racing, but so far I've been obsessed with Minecraft. So I've been building my new house. What? It's 2 stories. It's good. And
So you're keeping it fairly constricted then this time. You're not going mad.
I'm not going mad. I actually did do an A-beam modernist house, an A-frame house, A-beam, an A-frame modernist thing, but it got too big and unwieldy, and it was very dark during the daytime, and it was like, this feels like a cathedral. I don't want to live in a cathedral, so I need to try a different approach when I do an A-frame in the future. But
Tuscan says you should just play Driver San Francisco, dude.
Well, that's a great game, and I have played it. But I wanted something less arcadey. That's the thing. The nice thing about The Crew is that it feels more simmy. It's not very simmy, but it is, it's more on the simmy side than Driver San Francisco, which is totally just ludicrous. So
what's so ludicrous about jumping from car to car in a coma?
Yeah, I think that sounds great. What's the matter with you?
Exactly. Yeah, Sonic All-Stars Racing. That's a good idea, Antonio. I will try that. Thanks.
Apparently, that is a good game.
That is a very good game. That's like the best. That's
simmy at all, is it?
No, it's the best Mario Kart knockoff there is.
Yeah, well, I'll never know. I ain't playing that shit.
Fair enough.
Well, that's that.
That's sorted out. It's done.
You're welcome. Go ahead, Chinny. What do you got?
Is that it? You're done?
Is that it? Is that all you played?
It's crazy because this summer I haven't really, I've got the Game of Thrones Telltale game. I've got Life is Weird. I've got the Batman game. I haven't played any of those like actual story games. I've been playing Rocket League and Minecraft. It's
You
ridiculous.
must be mad.
All right, then it's on to me.
It's on to you then, Chinny.
Here we go.
It's all on you, man. It's all on you.
So
Shoot. Hey, shoot.
PUBG, obviously.
PUBG for life.
I just grow up. You know what I mean? Like where else?
Sorry, go ahead. Tell us about
Any highlights of PUBG this week?
No, none. I only played for about 2-3 hours, and that is it.
Seriously?
Seriously. I've been to Bristol. I've been away. Like I've been to Bristol, then I went to Wales, and then when I came back today, I've had the nieces and nephew.
Well, what did you?
Huh?
What did you play with them? Don't tell me you went outside.
We did go outside. We went to a place called Inflatable World, but they was a bit too old for it. But I did warn them it might be whack, so we just laughed at everything. And then,
it might be whack.
And then
choice was it to go to Inflatable World?
I think Tara came up with the idea, and we just went, well, we'll try it because we've been watching movies all day and just sitting and eating crap. That's great. Yeah, it was good. So yeah, I didn't play any games with them. Like Jimmy said, he might want to play something, but then we just watched the Maze Runner, and then we watched the Maze Runner 2.
Yeah, Maze Runner 2's a bit pants. Maze Runner not too bad.
We also watched a lot of Rick and Morty.
Rick and Morty.
We watched Waking Life again this weekend. Have y'all seen that?
What?
Waking Life.
Waking Life.
Yeah. No, I've never seen that.
So good. You want a head trip of a movie? Check out Waking Life, people.
Ooh, I like head trip movies.
It's animated, but it's animated like they filmed.
You lost me. Animated.
They filmed all the scenes with cameras, like actual actors, and then they did the animation over it. So it's
rotoscoped.
Exactly.
Let's have a look at
he's interested now.
And it's Richard Linklater, who made a lot of great movies. So, anyway, that's. Yeah.
So, by the way, Chinny, it was pointed out that we were yet again wrong at EGX last year.
Oh, jeez.
Well. I know where you're going with this.
You know where I'm going with this because we've mentioned the name already, so it just reminded me.
I refuse to accept that it's good.
Well, everybody's saying it's good.
We're talking about Sonic Mania, which came out like, we talked about it last week when Stu wasn't here, and and it's quite apt that Pilch was here because he was the guy that queued for it and all that. We talked about
and walked away. Never played it.
But the thing is, right? Because I've heard people start playing this game and they go, "Oh my god!" Right, that's what they say exactly.
And then they come in the pants, dude. Right. Is that what happens?
Bit vulgar, but we just did it. So I think I've heard some people say that this game gets a bit boring after a while. So I refuse to accept that the Sonic game is good, and the only way to find out really is to play it myself.
See, this sounds a lot like, and I've got to say this, it sounds a lot like your assessment of BioShock 2.
Yeah, which is also apt because I'm trying to play BioShock, but like I didn't agree that BioShock 2 should be made because it was just such a dumb idea for a sequel. Pilch said he loves it. I don't believe him. I think he's
I think he's just that's just Pilch.
Again, Pilch is always talking bollocks.
He lies.
That's why you fit in so well with the show. So
exactly.
But anyway, no, I think I might have to play Sonic Mania just to prove that it's bollocks and just go, look, I told you, it's shit. Sonic's shit. Everybody hates him. He's a dickhead.
I've got to say, Chinny, that is a little bit harsh.
He's a dickhead.
Why do you hate Sonic?
Yeah, why do you hate Sonic?
His games are never fun. He's just a twat. And when he talks, he's like, oh, when they put a voice to the fucking hedgehog, you're like, oh my god, that's what they're going with. And in the comics, he likes chili dogs, and they never talk about that in the game for some reason. The game is stupid. Sonic is stupid. The game mechanic is stupid. And you stop and like, oh, you could go a different way. Fuck that. Like, oh, you just want to get to the end. It's just like a terrible life that you have to live, and you just want to get to the end as quick as possible so that big fat doctor can kill you.
Okay.
I don't like Sonic.
Do you know what though? I think. And I hate to say this, but as we know, Chinny, in his very young youth, shall we say?
Yeah.
You were a Mario fanboy, weren't you?
I am a Mario fanboy, and it's true.
You were a Nintendo fanboy.
I was a Nintendo fanboy. I stuck with the Nintendo all the way up to the GameCube, and when the Wii came out, I went, "Fuck this."
Now Now, I think that some of this goes back to that.
And to be honest, though, I used to choose my friends on what console they had. That's how I chose my friends, right? I didn't care about like personalities or anything. And there's a lad that I used to go to the working men's club a lot when I was a kid because like that, it was the 90s. I don't know, like people actually went to those things, and that's where I learned how to play snooker and stuff. And there's a kid there called Lee, and Lee had a Sega, right? So then we became friends. Anyway, we grew apart, so I had to find another Sega friend. And I met Marshy at primary school, and he had a Sega. So I always sort of like, I never got the fanboy stuff. I always wanted to like play everything, but I could only have one console because you know we wasn't that rich. So, like, you know, I just like play like Sonic and shit and Streets of Rage. I love Streets of Rage, and you know, and even to this day, like I'm not much of a PlayStation person, but I like the games that they spit out. But Sonic's a dick. And I was an idiot when I played Sonic when I was a kid, and I convinced myself that it was a good game, and I was like, yeah, this is good. And then you look, JF on YouTube in the chat just said Sonic will be good only for the first hour, and then you never play the game again because you stop and you get hit by some spikes or something. You goes doom like that, and you're like, fucking hell, fuck this game. It's stupid. And then you get to the third level, you get to an underwater level, and you think this game is it's just stupid. Any underwater level sucks unless it's Mario. And Sonic, yeah, I think Antonio just said, did Sonic touch you as a kid, Chin? I don't want to talk about it.
That's what he sounds like. He does. That's a good assessment.
I just don't want to talk about it.
Do you want to show the man where he touched you?
No. I just think that like all the Sonic, you know what? Sonic fans have got what they want. They've got like a Sonic game that doesn't like absolutely like suck ass, I suppose, but it's still a Sonic game, and you probably still get bored of it after like a couple of hours of playing it because it's Sonic and he's dumb. And like the thing is now this sold well, so now they're gonna make another one, and that's gonna fail, and everybody's gonna be back to square one.
But do you know why I think it's done okay? I think
Fuck
partly
Sonic, Stu.
I mean, partly it's done all right because they've stuck to the Sonic formula. They haven't tried to make it 3D or any of that bollocks. And then in 3 years, all they want people now, what they want now is, okay, they've had the 2D Sonic game, and people like the Sonic Adventure game that came out. I forgot what it came out like Dreamcast, I think it came out on, right? And people will want one of those now. You know what I mean? They're just never happy, Sonic fans. They're fucking weird.
What about Sonic VR, man?
Yeah, they'll want Sonic Adventure 3, and they go, "Where's our Sonic Adventure 3?" And they'll try and make it, and then they'll fuck it up. I mean, Sega didn't even make this game. It was a fan that made it.
Yeah, but they made a good one. They made it good though.
Sega are just idiots. They're just like, I don't know, what do we need to do? And the fan just went, "Come here, I'll do it," and he just knocked it out. Bam. All right, and it's still shit. Fuck you, Sonic.
There you go. That's how Chinny feels about Sonic. Whatever happens, he doesn't like Sonic.
I just get uncomfortable watching him.
I think you do. Anyway, that all being...
Sonic Forces is coming out. That's the next 3D Sonic game.
Yeah, that's probably going to be shit.
That'll be shit. He tried to shag a real woman. Like, what's up with Sonic? He's weird.
Anyway, I have been. I've got to stop saying anyway. I just did it, didn't I?
Anyway.
It's usually when I say something bad about Sonic or awkward, like him trying to have sex with a human woman.
Yeah. Yeah, that is a bit weird.
Go on.
That is a little.
It's not having sex with a pigeon, though.
It's a little bit weird.
Apparently, there's a massive twist on the end of that pigeon game.
There is. I'm going to see. Yeah, well, I haven't got to the twist, so I'm going to see what happens. Yeah, so I haven't been playing that this week. But you'd think I haven't played much this week because I've been on a holiday and shit. But I've actually played quite a few games. Luckily for us. Luckily for us.
Sonic.
Yeah, no, I haven't played Sonic, but HellBlade: Senua's Sacrifice. Yeah, I'm still playing through that. I played quite a bit of it.
Is Sonic in this?
Show. No, Sonic is not in this. But after the last show, obviously, I had a week before I went away on holiday, so I had some time. So I did play some more of this game. I'm quite way into it now.
Are you not finished it?
No, God, no.
If you could play as Sonic, you'd finish it really quick because you could run.
I would. I'd finish. Sonic would have been done by now. Done. But yeah, HellBlade, I've finished the first area. The boss fight was actually quite a lot of fun. So there's like a bit of a boss fight at the end of each area that you have to do at the beginning of the game. And I'm about probably 2/3 of the way through the second area where they have changed the puzzles up. So it's slightly different puzzles, thankfully. I was thinking, God, is it just going to be the same all the time? Because that would be a bit annoying. But yeah, the voice acting is obviously still is great, and the story's slowly unfolding. And I'm getting to know a little bit more about her background and why she's there and what she's doing. And yeah, it still looks as good. And luckily I say, the environment's changed up a little bit. So when you get into the second area, it doesn't look like the first one, which was again a bit of a worry. You know, I wondered if they were just going to try and reuse assets and stuff, but they haven't. Yeah, so it's all good. So I'm still slowly making my way through it. I'm still enjoying it. It's still very interesting, and I'm like, you know, want to know what's going to happen, I guess. So that's keeping me there.
It's not a long game, is it, Stu?
I don't believe so. No, I think it's about 7 to 8 hours or 7 to 9 hours ish. So not a huge game. And then whilst I was away, I played some Steins Gate because I've got that on my tablet.
That Sunshine Steins.
Steins Gate, which is a little bit weird, to say the least.
Oh my god!
It's Japanese, of course.
Oh my
it's
god.
A Japanese game, and it's based on sort of some comic, I think. You know, some sort of anime.
Antonio's in the chat. I'm sure he'll help us out here.
Yeah, I'm sure Antonio knows all about Steins Gate. He will definitely know about that. Because it is some anime thing that I think. I'm not sure which came first. I'm assuming the anime.
What, the anime first. Or the game?
Yeah, I think the game came afterwards.
Chicken that came first.
Yeah, it was the egg of the chicken.
See, the joke is, you see,
the joke is, you know now.
Chicken.
Actually, it's just a question of evolution, really. But anyway, Steins Gate.
Oh my god, was you trying to solve the chicken in the head?
I did.
On a video
it's
game.
Evolution, baby.
Oh my god. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Antonio, is wearing a Steins Gate shirt right now.
He is. I bet he loves this. But anyway, it's kind of cool. But I don't know. Well, you can't really call it a game. It's not a game. It's literally a visual novel.
Right.
Because the only real interaction you have is to mess with your phone when you have to do something. So they have this weird microwave oven. Don't know, ask me why, but it's some weird. And they're doing experiments with it, so they keep putting bananas in the oven.
Why do they putting bananas in the oven?
I don't know. And then
You said don't ask you why.
And then they press a button, and the different times seem to do different things. One turned it to jelly, and then it disappeared altogether.
I still laugh at the fact that Stu fell for your. I really like pens, and I really like number 15. Can I have a license plate? That's
I know, right?
Still laugh about that.
Yeah, that's funny. Anyway, yeah, it's so it's about time travel anyway. So it's all about time travel and stuff.
Okay.
Spoilers. So some weird shit's going down.
I'm gonna play this. Stu, you spoil it.
I know, yeah. Some weird satellite thing crashed into a building, but came from the future or the past. I don't know yet. And there's some very intelligent girl who got stabbed, but then she didn't really get stabbed because it happened in some weird time loop thing, and then it's a bit twisty noodle type of thing. It's all a bit weird.
It's gonna mess with your head, dude.
It's gonna mess with my head, man. It's all Back to the Future stuff going on.
When do they play Johnny Be Good?
I
don't know, but Elvis played that in Austria. Oh yeah, baby.
Did he?
He did, yeah. He did a good job as well. It was good. Anyway, so that's Steins Gate, and then Steingate. And then yesterday, it does sound German, doesn't it? Even though it isn't. A bit weird. And then yesterday,
like a clarification, even though it isn't.
Steins Gate. And then yesterday, I purchased Uncharted: The Lost Legacy.
Oh, no.
Oh, yeah. And I've been playing that pretty much all day. So I've played probably about 5 hours of it, I would guess.
And that's not that very long, is it, The Lost Legacy?
No, about 7 to 9 hours-ish, I believe.
But some people have been saying that's a good thing because it's a more tighter story.
Well, to be fair, I think that's pretty good because it cost me 25 quid, and I think that's a pretty good price.
Here's the Stu math section of the show.
But
if you take away the
a little bit of that because he had traded in some games.
If you take away the chicken bake that I bought from Greg's and then add a Mars bar that I ate at a service station, this game only cost £4.50.
No, but I haven't done all that shit yet. But But 25 quid for a brand new game, Uncharted, I think is pretty good value for money. In fact, I'd have been happy to pay more so far.
Well, don't tell them that.
I know, yeah. Don't tell Naughty Dog.
Is it a proper game though?
Yeah, it's a full-on game. Yeah.
Is it?
Yeah, it feels like a full-on game. Yeah, it doesn't feel like an add-on or an extra or anything like that.
We have had Pilch in the chat. When he gets all jokey, doesn't he, Pilch? But when he doesn't want any spoilers, he gets all shouty. Shouty Pilch, I'll call him.
Shouty Pilch.
So
Look, it's all in capital letters and everything.
No spoilers, mate. You're not allowed to spoil the fact that everybody dies at the end.
Yeah, no. Actually, there's not really much to spoil, to be fair. There's nothing of that nature's really happened. It's just been an interesting story.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it's very good. It looks beautiful, I've got to say, in HDR. It does look very nice.
HDR, shut up.
That's very nice. I'm not seeing much of the way of problems with performance, apart from one little. There's a bit at the beginning where it's quite a lot of stuff going on at the same time, and it did stutter a couple of times. Not very much, but it was noticeable. There's a couple of little stutters there, but other than that, it's been really good.
I don't know. What do you want?
Yeah, game stutter. What are you gonna do? But yeah, the characters are great. Which is the main two characters are Chloe Fraser.
She's like half Indian. Something.
She is.
Yeah.
She is, and she's out of Uncharted 2 and 3.
I remember in 2.
Yeah,
I don't remember. But isn't there an Uncharted collection? Like 1, 2, and 3. I think when I get a PS4, I'm just gonna have to play these games again because I don't remember them at all.
Yeah. So she's one of them, and then the other one is Nadine Ross, who is one of the baddies in Uncharted 4.
Yeah. So
she's one of the baddies in that. But they're good. I mean, they've got the bants going on, man. There's lots of banter going on between them. So there's mad bants.
Do you swap characters from Chloe to Nadine?
Not, I haven't done. So that's not happened yet. Now, I don't know whether that's something that does happen or whether it might happen when you finish the game. You can play as the other character. I don't know.
Okay.
But it's good, and I did something I've not really done before, which was give a go of the camera mode, like to see what that's like, because I've never really used this in games.
No.
And it's amazing what you can do. The level of detail that you can change is just ridiculous.
I'll tell you what game was good for that: Shadow of Mordor.
All right, okay.
Shadow of Mordor had a great in-camera, like you could change tons of stuff, the focus point, everything, what angle sort of the lens would be, filters, all that sort of shit. Like it was very good. I was impressed.
Yeah, this is much the same. You can even change the angle of the sun and where the shadows are going to be and all that sort of, and even down to facial expressions.
Oh wow.
So you can change the expression, so you can do like shocked or grinning or smiling or winking. So you can change that, like,
That's
or you can do a duck face, so you can have a do a duck face while you take it. So yeah, it's pretty good. I've like I say, I've never messed with it. I ended up messing with it for about 20 minutes. So
you can get lost in it and stuff.
Yeah, I was like, I'll do this. I'll just twizzle the camera around it. Oh, that looks cool. But yeah, it looks beautiful, I must admit, and that's hence why I was messing around with the camera so much, because like and they do this thing which I haven't done in a sort of an Uncharted game before. When you come to a really nice view, she takes a picture on her phone, so there's like a photo opportunity, if you will, which is kind of funny. So yeah, there's like
pause the gameplay, so there's not going to be any spoilers, because people don't want this game spoiled.
There's not much goes on at the beginning, to be fair. So
she's just walking through India.
It's just through a market. There's not a lot else goes on, to be honest.
Arm wrestling with Gandhi.
I've got to say though, the little girl guide is kind of cool, because obviously you've got to follow it. It says,
not spoil that.
Well, I know I'm going to spoil the little girl guide.
It's cute, is cool. The end. You're going to love it.
There's a reason that she's cool, which is because normally when you
Stu,
what? It's not a spoiler, for God's sake.
What I'm saying is, if you're like me, you don't even want to know anything about this little girl.
There's nothing about her particular. It's just the way the mechanic of how she works is interesting.
I tried. Go ahead.
Well, because normally when you overtake these guides, don't you, in games?
Right.
Normally, you sort of walk ahead of them because they don't walk as fast as you. But what she does, which is kind of interesting, is she'll grab your hand and pull you back if you're going in the wrong direction.
Well, that's cool. But then the question is, presumably you can still go faster than her.
Yeah, you always go faster than her, and I think that's a thing done on purpose.
Yes, they don't want you to be. If you do get lost somehow, you have to be able to get back to them before they get too far ahead. But that means you're forever starting, stopping, starting, stopping, starting, stopping. Developers need to find some way to get around that.
GTA 4 did it.
That's what I mean. Well, this has, because you walk ahead of her anyway, and if you're going in the wrong direction, she'll grab your hand and go, "Oh, don't go that way, Missy," or whatever, and she pulls you back, which is kind of interesting.
Fine, but if you get too far ahead of her, don't you have to stop and wait for her?
Yeah, you never do, because obviously she's off scene all the time, so she always catches you up and pulls you back when you're going the wrong way.
Someone pulling me back all the time, maybe.
It's a very short section, so
I feel like you're gonna knock her out, dude.
I know, yeah. What are you doing?
My point is, I'm sick of playing games where I have to keep fiddling with. There was a game, I don't remember what game it was, but you could push a button and it would automatically just follow at the same pace. I think it was on a horseback.
Assassin's Creed did that.
Well, that's good. Other games need to do things like that. What did GTA 4 do?
You walk by default, and you have to hold A to run and then tap A to sprint.
Yeah, so you never go faster than the person in front of you.
Say again, Duke?
When someone was leading you in a certain direction, you always walk at the same speed as them then?
No, I don't know about that, but like you wouldn't have to sort of like if you tilt the analog stick fully to the forward, you'd just be walking, so you'd never really get in front of them. And also, LA Noire and GTA 5 sort of introduced and Red Dead Redemption introduced the sort of like, if you got like a spiral staircase or something like that, they sort of automatically turn around without like any sort of mad movable maneuvers.
There you go.
All right.
So anyway, it's pretty good. They've not changed a lot from Uncharted 4, to be fair.
It's more Uncharted.
It is. I mean, even the structure is very similar. It's like a big open area. You've got to get to a point to find something in the truck, then you move on. So it's kind of very similar to Uncharted 4.
Stu, is there a moment where you have to open a door with Nadine in the game or something like that? Or you have to jump a ledge and she has to grab you, or you have to grab them?
Twice actually.
Is there a moment
does grabbing you from a ledge below? So I've had that.
Is there a moment where like there's a puzzle, like there's a door, and then you got to find another way around?
Yeah, that's happened as well. And also there's been a ladder that's slightly too high, so I've had to give her a leg up, and then she knocks the ladder down so I can get up.
Yeah. Has there been a moment where you're running across something and it falls and breaks?
Yes, I've had that, and where I've had a handhold that's broken away. That's also happened.
How do you know all this, Chinny? Have you played
I know, it's amazing.
It might seem like I've played it, but I think there's a bit of a formula that they stick to in Uncharted games that I've noticed.
There is. But do you know what?
It's pretty hard formula to spot, though.
It is. You can never tell. I mean, one of the best things he introduced in Uncharted 4 was a finite amount of enemies, and that obviously is still the same in this, which is great.
With the wisdom, sense of a rich man, knowledge and the rhythm.
Because one of the things I hated so much about the earlier Uncharted games was the endless streams of enemies until you did something, where it was almost became like a horde mode unintentionally.
Call of Duty 4 used to do that, and then they stopped it in Modern Warfare 2.
Yeah, and it kind of stopped in Uncharted 4 for this. But you still have the twins and the triplets of enemies, so that still happens, whatever.
Do you have like a bigger enemy that's harder to find?
No, in this they have helmets on.
Oh.
So instead of being bigger, you just have to shoot them all the time.
So you kind of do, but it's just a helmet now.
Yeah, it's just a helmet, so it makes them a bit harder to kill. And there are some that are slightly bigger in size as well.
By the time you get to the last boss, the helmet's like 10 feet tall.
But I do think they've added some little extra things that are a little bit better. Like with the guys with the helmets, if you do a melee or a sneak attack, from long grass, she whips the helmet off first, and then you do a second follow-up thing to kill them or whatever. She is still a mass murderer, by the way. It's not. Nice. That isn't. Yeah.
That is also a tradition in Uncharted games.
Yeah. She's not much different to Nathan in that point, and she will kill people and then just drive off like nothing happened.
I suppose the question really to ask is like all that climbing shit's not a big surprise, but does it work without Nathan Drake?
Yes, it works really, really well. Actually, I think Chloe is a really good character, and Nadine is equally good. The way they bounce off each other and the scripting is really tight.
Well, they bounce each other? That sounds dangerous.
It does. It does.
Sounds hot.
Yeah.
But yes, and they've added in, for me, better puzzles than that were in Uncharted 4.
Crosswords?
Not crossword.
Sudoku?
Oh, yeah. Ken?
Yeah. But there's been a couple of puzzles, and they've added in a lock-picking mechanic. That wasn't obviously in the earlier games.
Skyrim.
Yeah, it's much more simplified, though.
Really? Than Skyrim? Jesus, Skyrim.
Yeah. To be honest, I don't really see the point because there's no skill involved.
You just move your analog stick and it vibrates.
It does. That is exactly what it does.
I honestly guessed that.
Hold it. You have to hold it in place.
I absolutely guessed that. But like when you said simpler than Skyrim, I was like, what would be simpler? Yeah.
So it's basically a circle, okay, and there's either 2 or 3 locking pins at the bottom, and you basically turn the analog stick till it vibrates, hold it, and then it goes green and unlocks, and you just do it again until you find the next one.
Has there ever been a worse unlocking mechanism minigame than Oblivion?
Probably not. I mean, to be honest,
sure if I type in bad lock.
I'll be honest, this seems almost completely pointless, really.
I don't want pointless because at least it's, simple.
It's very simple. There's no way to lose. There's no way. The only time it becomes a potential issue is there's sometimes like trunks on the back of a truck, a flatbed truck, when there's enemies around, and you have to go. They always have, like, if you unlock one of those, you might get a better weapon or something cool out of it. So you have to try and sneak into the truck and open it while there's enemies roaming around you. So you might get spotted while you're doing it.
Does it not stop the game when you're trying to unlock it?
No, it doesn't. No, it just carries on going.
Fallout and Skyrim have always done that. I'm gonna go to unlock this door. World on pause.
Yeah, no, there's no pause, and there's an achievement for unlocking one without anyone catching you doing it while there's enemies around.
Dogs in the game?
Are there any what?
Dogs?
Dogs? No, there's no dogs. No, there's no dogs in this game. Not that I've seen so far, anyway.
If there were, then there would be pause.
Oh, that's a really terrible joke.
Dogs have...
That was voted number 16 at the Edinburgh Fringe Festival, that show.
Well, yeah, you're joking. Number 16. So yeah, it's pretty good. I've got to say, I am quite impressed so far.
You like 6? Good.
It keeps on dragging me through because it's an interesting story. It's the usual stuff. She has to find some fabled treasure. There's some nasty man who's trying to find it at the same time, and that's kind of the plot. But other than that, it's fun to do. The combat's kind of fun still. I'm enjoying trying to take everyone out stealthily rather than going in all guns blazing.
Yeah.
But the cool thing is, if it does, if you do get spotted and it degenerates into a firefight, that works equally well. So that's kind of as much fun as well to do. So yeah, it's cool. So yeah, I'm really, really enjoying it. I think it's a great installment to the series.
Anytime somebody talks about stealth, I always think of that music.
I see what you did there. But yeah, I'd definitely recommend it. For 25 quid, I'm assuming it'll be $30 in the US.
Yeah, probably.
You can't go wrong. It's a bargain pretty much because you're getting pretty much a AAA game for a bargain price.
Talking about bargain prices, I was just doing a random search for racing games on Steam, and Assetto Corsa is on sale right now, so I just bought it. What?
Oh, that's a sim game if there ever was.
All right, Pickle Rick. Dazzle Saint said the Telltale Batman series is on sale on the PlayStation Network. Is that worth a dabble?
But anybody who buy it when it was on the humble whatever $5 is stupid.
Yeah, it's pretty good. I really enjoyed the Batman Telltale game. It was pretty good. And they messed around with this with what you know about Batman, which was kind of cool.
I'm reading The Dark Knight again. That book is messed up. The Dark Knight Returns.
Yeah, they mess with your head. So it's definitely worth a look. By the way, I watched Logan this last week as well.
Yeah, well, do that on your movie podcast because that's a fucking
Anyway, but it was good.
Maze Runner was class.
Yeah, Logan was awesome.
Logan's okay. It's not awesome.
Get away, man. Some of them fight scenes, and watching that little girl kick the shit out of everyone is...
Yeah, she's great. No doubt about it. That doesn't mean the whole movie's good.
I don't know. I thought it was pretty good. And Stephen Merchant's pretty good in here, too.
Yeah, I agree. I said that last week.
Yeah. Yeah, I heard you. That's why I mentioned it. It's good.
Anyway, moving on. Did you play anything else, Stu?
No, that is literally it. So that is it for me. So, yeah. No, Uncharted, get it, people. If you got a PS... get it out there.
Just drown him out, Duke. That'll do it.
Yeah,
Xbox
get a
One.
PS4. It's good. Sorry.
Xbox One X is at EGX. That is the news.
Did this was already in here? I didn't know whether you'd done it last week or not because I didn't get as far as the news.
Where did you? What shit did you put in?
I don't anything under that.
Come up with a style, so I'll interact
All together better with the crowd.
But yeah, I mean, I've obviously didn't talk about this with you guys last week.
Yeah, you talked about it last week, but I didn't talk about it.
But I didn't. Yeah, there's been some news out today. I don't know. Have you seen these comparison pictures?
Yeah, I saw those.
No one gives a shit.
Yeah, Digital Foundry has been doing comparison pictures of Lara Croft. Just to sort of show the difference and how cool the Xbox One X is gonna be.
Hundreds of video game heroes. I wonder why they chose her.
I know, yeah. But anyway, someone else has done the port for the Xbox One X. I can't remember who they said it was now. But there's stuff in it that isn't even on the PC version, man. It's even better than the PC version. Apparently. Oh my god.
So crazy.
But it's all but it's all smoke and mirrors. It really is all smoke and mirrors because what they basically said is they've turned other shit off so they can make things look different, if you know what I mean. So it's kind of what it is. They just take from Peter to feed Paul kind of scenarios. So yeah. So I don't know, but you know it's like. It's all marketing, man. It's all like, let's make it.
Is
look
it?
Amazing.
I think they have my best interests at heart. Anyway, PUBG news. Battlegrounds is now the second all-time highest concurrent players on Steam.
Ever.
You
seriously is a juggernaut, isn't it? This game.
Last year, around this time, no one would have understood what you're talking about. But if you muttered the words PUBG, this weekend it was the most played game on Steam with 24 hours peak of just north of 870,000 concurrent players. PUBG sat on the top of the stream's concurrent player count chart, beating both Valve's Dota 2 and CSGO, as well as GTA 5 and H1Z1. That peak was enough for the mod turned massively popular first-person shooter to overtake CSGO for the second highest player count of all time on the platform. The latter peak was...
I wouldn't have thought H1Z1 was even in the running.
Yeah, it's very popular.
Oh yeah, a lot of people play that.
It's very popular.
Well, when you look at the numbers though, it is a fraction of that though. Yeah. I mean it's.
Yeah, H1Z1 is about 85,000. GTA is 100. CSGO is 500,000. Dota 2 is 838,000, and then PUBG is 877,000. And the reason is because it's fucking sick.
It is amazing though, isn't it? That this isn't even fully released.
It proves that I'm right, and you two are wrong because you don't play it.
We do, yeah. Well, I tried to play it, man, but it didn't even. 6 minutes is on my Steam.
And you should have worked out a way to play it.
Got a computer.
Yeah,
that's all there.
I spent £800.
But I did. I basically got a new case, new graphics card.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Duke tried it, doesn't like it, and now we know he's wrong. So that's fine.
We do.
Hey,
even bought a new graphics card for that game.
So, yes, as Nix21 says in the chat, PUBG is indeed the winner chicken dinner of Steam. Yakuza something is confirmed, blah, 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 no one cares.
Yeah, whoa, what do you mean?
I'm talking about all the same stuff we talked about last week.
Did we talk about this last week?
What?
Yes.
Yakuza
You said
Kiwami 2.
Selfie and hold a baby. Nobody cared then. Nobody cares now.
Oh yeah.
What?
Yeah, you can take a selfie of a baby or something.
No, Yakuza Kiwami 2 has only been confirmed this week, so I don't know how you.
Maybe that's
about
Yakuza 1. Isn't Yakuza 1 remake getting done?
Yeah,
well?
there's another remake getting done. This is Yakuza 2 was rumored, but it's been confirmed now.
Okay, well the sequel has been confirmed. Another terrible game for you to play, Stu. Well done, and Antonio.
Very good.
Antonio, I hope you're happy.
Very good.
Pigeon.
It's going to be amazing. What are you
sure
talking
people,
about?
they got, I don't know, they're just cashing in, aren't they? Because like people like Antonio have never played the series before. They're just really doing them.
Yeah, but they're good. But these are good games.
I don't know. Maybe I'll play one day, but I probably won't because they're weird.
They're not that weird. They really aren't.
I played Yakuza 3 and I threw a bike at a man. Like, what do you want?
There are weird aspects.
That's weird, to be honest. I mean,
there are weird aspects, but the core story is usually quite serious in tone.
Then I have to take pictures of an underage girl for an old man. Like that, the game's weird.
There are some weird things in it, I admit.
At
but
that point, I switched it off and I was like, I'm out, done.
I don't want to have to register as a sex offender to play this video game.
Yeah, when you play in a game, when people walk in, you have to explain shit and go, oh, I don't know about this. Anyway, Skyrim VR on PSVR is pretty rough, apparently, according to people that played it. Thank you. Yeah, Skyrim VR is going to be available on the PlayStation VR. It's been played at the Gamescom in Germany. People who played it said it looks a bit shite. And it just uses the teleportation system to prevent like motion sickness and stuff. But yeah, you know, it
But like he said, the problem with that is when you've got a fast-moving enemy, how are you supposed to fight them?
Exactly.
It doesn't work. It doesn't work.
That's what I said about VR from the start. Thank you.
Say that for a while.
Yeah, but that's because because they're trying to ram VR in something that shouldn't be a VR game.
Exactly.
Yeah,
and then there's only a limited amount of experiences you can have where you're just standing still in a video game. I'm sorry, it's just the way it is.
Yeah, and it's just not going to work in Skyrim because you're fighting shit. They're not going to stand necessarily straight in front of you to hit. I know that a lot of enemies in Skyrim do that, you know, but not all of them are going to do that, are they?
No. Anyway, games for gold this September on the Xbox includes Forza 5. So that's a game.
That's good. That's a good game.
If you have the PC Xbox thing, could you download these for the PC?
I don't know. But you'd have to have have you?
Duke might want to play Forza 5 because he's got a need for speed.
Yeah, but you'd have to have an Xbox Live Gold subscription, wouldn't you?
So. Yeah, because apparently, I think the itch that would scratch it for you, Duke, would probably be Forza Horizons because everybody says Forza Horizons.
Yeah, I looked on the store. It's $60. I ain't paying that shit. They got a free one. They're freemium, but it looks like a mess. I don't want to download a base game and then have to buy all sorts of add-ons.
Yeah, there is a freemium Forza.
Yeah, that's how they work.
Nothing's for free.
Nothing is for free.
And have the game.
So, yeah, games for September on the gold is Forza 5 and Oxenfree,
which is great. Really, really good game. Honestly, right? Anyone out there who has Xbox Live Gold and's like going, "What is this Oxenfree bollocks?" Right?
It's the camping game, right?
It's kind of a camping game. They kind of go camping on an island.
Yeah, go.
But it's brilliant. So if you haven't played this, it's a really great adventure game, and it has this really cool mechanic when you talk to people in it.
You gonna spoil that mechanic as well, or?
No, okay. I don't need to. It's just good. Trust me when I say it's a great game.
Yeah,
get it played.
Trust the man who plays pigeon.
Trust me, I know
fucking games. Yeah.
Don't listen to the PUBG and the
or you could
Rocket
trust
League
me, the man
people.
who is playing the game that everybody's playing because he's great. So
because he's one of the sheep, baby.
I was in Wales. So anyway, Xbox 360 players will get Battlefield 3 and Hydro Thunder Hurricane, which sounds shit.
That was the boat racing.
It was a boat racing,
wasn't it?
I remember it.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'll try Oxenfree. I'm curious. I mean, I liked Ollie Ollie, so it can't be that bad.
No, Oxenfree is excellent. It is really, really good.
Indeed. Joke stolen from Verbal Rob, by the way. Anyway, ex-Valve writer reveals some shit about Half-Life 2 Episode 3. This is a pretty big story. We may never get to play the long-awaited Half-Life 3 or Half-Life 2 Episode 3 or whatever Valve once had planned for the future of its legendary series. But we know now that how the story might have unfolded. Ex-Valve writer Mark Laidlaw, who worked on the Half-Life 1 and 2 and the episodic expansions, has published a summary of the series' next chapter in his blog titled... Was it Epistle?
He's basically changed everything for copyright
Epistle
issues.
3. It details Gordon Freeman's next adventure, except likely for copyright issues. The whole story has been gender swapped. So Laidlaw's tale speaks of Gertrude Fremont and Alex instead of Alex with a Y, and Ellie instead of Eli. And so on. It is presumably the full plot on Half-Life 2 Episode 3, the third episodic expansion, which will now likely never see the light of day. All of the series' main characters make an appearance. There's even a nod to that Half-Life Easter egg, which popped up in Portal 2. Naturally, Laidlaw's blog is currently down due to traffic, although you can read a backup of the page on archive.org, where the names have been corrected. And then a quote from Mark himself says, "I hope this letter finds you well." The blog begins, "I can hear your complaint already."
I think you should be doing this in a Bristol accent as you've been there this week.
All right, okay. "I hope this letter finds you well. I can hear your complaint already, Gertrude Freeman. We have not heard from you in ages. Well, if you care to hear excuses, I have plenty. The greatest I've been in other dimensions and whatnot, unable to reach you by usual means." There you go. I don't know. There's more, I suppose.
Have you read? I've actually read this, and it is quite interesting.
Don't spoil it. Don't say it. No,
it's never happening.
No,
it's never gonna happen.
No, Stu. People might want to read it for themselves.
Well, they can read it for themselves, but it's definitely worth a read. It's not very long, so I would give it a read. It's kind of cool.
Just people, if they want to read it, just read it.
Yeah. So if you want to read this, give it a read, because it is kind of... If you want to find out what would have happened, and I read it and thought, that would have made a kind of cool game to play. But it's not happening. It's never going to happen, So what do you think his motivation for doing this was?
Just to give the fans something.
Writer's going to write.
I just feel like I think he's probably a little bit pissed off, with what happened.
Well, he probably worked on it for a long time, never got to release it, and that can be frustrating for somebody who's worked on a creative project.
He knows that the world wants to know what's in it.
Yeah, so why not? Talking about why not, Bethesda says that Brink is now a free-to-play game because...
Yeah, I saw that on Steam. I was like, what?
Why
Who
not?
do you want to play it now? Does it work?
Yeah.
I have no clue. I really have no clue what Brink's doing these days. I didn't even know it was still available, let alone anything else.
Well, now it's free, so we can all play it, but we won't because it's shit.
We love this. We love this game.
We liked it for a while.
I don't know how much you can say we're always wrong at EGX.
I know. We love this game at EGX.
To be honest,
apropos of nothing, but I have to say it. There's a game on Steam that just came out called Comedy Night. How the hell is that supposed to work as a video game?
Oh, that's where... No, you actually tell jokes, and there's like a live audience. That sort of... Look, I can become the Edinburgh Fringe. There you go. You can do it for reals.
Christ.
So you do... So the audience gives a reaction, and it's other players watching you do your stand-up. So it's a little bit like a comedy club.
One of the reviews says, if you enjoy a grown man telling you how he enjoys SpaghettiOs, this is great.
There you go.
Or here's another review. You'll like this one, Chinny. It's like having all chat turned on in the plane at the start of a PUBG round.
There you go.
That's awesome.
Jesus Christ, who would pay for this?
People pay for this, apparently.
That's a good idea for a video game, to be honest. I'm curious.
I think it's brilliant.
I'm very curious.
And it's £3, so it's not exactly a lot.
Antonio's played it, apparently.
What did he think?
Well, we'll find out. Walt... He's telling us what he thinks. Did we talk about Deadly Premonitions creators next game?
It was out before the show last week, but I don't know whether you spoke about it because I didn't quite get through the news.
I can't remember. So, not just a brand of cat food. The Good Life is Deadly Premonition's creator. How do you say his name? Hitaka? Hidetaka?
I can't.
Hidetaka.
Just a minute.
Sweary. You just say Sweary.
Yeah, Sweary.
Sweary. So, Sweary's upcoming mystery slice of a cat role-playing game. It will be the debut game of White Owl's Sweary's new studios. So it's a cat RPG.
It is.
Okay.
It's going to be brilliant.
The Good Life is set in rural England in, quote, rainy woods, where a New York photographer named Naomi is struggling to pay off her debts, so she flew all the way to England
to pay her debts off.
Fucking pay her debt. What an idiot.
But right, the sheep in there, he's got England, right? You know, the sheep, but it's not raining, so it's not.
I'm looking out my window and it looks nothing like that, so that's bollocks. The game's description continues. The townspeople aren't the only ones who get to roam around at night as a cat. Naomi does too. Only the sun. Once the sun sets, you get to explore rainy woods and collect clues and important items connected to the events of the story. The town becomes a very different place at night, as certain secret paths, rooftops, and attics can only be accessed by cats. Swery says that the Good Life will inherit the spirit of Deadly Premonition, but with the daily life RPG gameplay, and a funding campaign for the game launches on September 2nd.
I'm definitely going to put some cash into this, for sure.
Can I ask a question for the person who wrote that summary of the plot?
What in God's holy name are you blathering about?
Just to go back on the comedy game. Yeah, great as a group. Randomers can't either be boring, cringy, painful, or bloody hilarious. Not good for jokes, but how hard people try. I say Chin should try it.
Well, look, we know your history with stand-up, Chinny.
Yeah.
So I think you should do this. Maybe you'll get, maybe you'll get cheered rather than heckled.
I'll probably get heckled and your mum's a fag and all that stuff.
Does he do facial animations and stuff when you're talking? I'm guessing.
I have no idea. Maybe if I got a video and put it up of the game.
Maybe do that. See what's happening.
What's it called again? Comedy Night. Comedy Night.
Just a minute. I have got it on this. Yeah, it's called Comedy Night. Yeah.
Comedy Night.
Right, so you can choose. Hey, buddy, Lebowski. Your name's Lebowski.
Okay.
Can I just say, Pilch Reader said Uncharted Lost Legacy is $29.99 on the store. Has it gone up? I'm sure it was $24 now. I think there was a pre-order where it had a little discount, but I bought it on disc from Tesco. So yeah, they're selling it for 25 quid. So yeah, go to Tesco.
So the gameplay is like you have to pick like a little avatar by the looks of it. Sorry, I will get it up on the stream. And the graphics actually look really good. For what I wasn't sure what to expect, but it kind of looks like claymation a little bit. Let me just get it up here. But it is just a comedy.
Go on, get it up, Chinny. Oh yeah.
I'm not.
The fuck is this? Obviously, you're not a golfer.
There you go, Tuscan. You're welcome.
So yeah.
Apparently, the show is stillborn right now. Like there's no audio for people to listen to.
Why? What's happening?
I don't. Y'all aren't talking. I thought we were doing.
Well, Chinny's. I don't know. Chinny's getting up some of this comedy night thing. I don't know.
So you can pick different avatars, and some of them look like Morgan Freeman and stuff. And yeah, the crowd in the club are real people with real avatars as well.
That guy looks nothing like Morgan Freeman, for the record.
No, he's a black guy with grey hair.
Black, who's like kind of old, but that's it.
Yeah, that's Morgan Freeman. Though.
It's just name for an avatar ever. Here's a middle-aged black man. He's old. He's Morgan Freeman.
Wow, it's bizarre. I really might have to check this game.
I think you might have to play this, Chinny. This will be very funny.
Jesus Christ.
Let's be honest, this is Twitch streaming bait right here, isn't it, really?
The reason to to buy this game is to check out all the goddamn lunatics who are going to get this in order to just sit there and like talk about gibberish and have people actually hear them. Like, imagine the weirdos that show up at an open mic for comedy, like, but even more socially inept. Like, they can't even leave the house. That's where the gold is.
Yeah,
like,
most of it is just going to be people shouting the N-word, I think.
Well, yeah.
I don't know. Maybe it'll be slightly more sophisticated, and I might not quite be that bad.
Stuart, when was the last time you played an online multiplayer game?
I know, but this is slightly different. I'm sure that loads of people get heckled whether they're good or not, because that's what people do. But I don't know.
Actually interrupt the person performing. What I'm saying is the person performing is going to be up there just screaming obscenities and just being horrible.
Maybe. I don't know. I think we need to check this out. I genuinely think we need to see what.
Play it and send us a review on a speak pipe.
Yeah.
Antonio's, that's his job.
Antonio, send us a review on a speak pipe. Tell us all about comedy night.
Yeah. Oh, Chinny can just play it. Why not?
I might play it on the stream or something. This is saying.
Yeah. I mean, God, it's £3.39. It's cheaper than the McDonald's.
So, Antonio says he wants to dual stream it, which is something you can do on Mixer, which is something that I don't want to be involved with because I don't touch Mixer. I don't even look at it.
Mixer
element over the line.
We'll have a chat about it, Antonio. I'm not sure how to dual stream, but anyway.
Sorry, is there any more news?
Sorry, no. I'm just fascinated with this game. I'm just.
I'll do it some other time. We have to get through the news. Go ahead.
Why? Why are you in a rush?
I'm bored. I don't want to sit here and listen to Chinny try to figure out whether he wants to buy this game or not.
So, Chinny, what do you think? Do you want to buy this game or not?
Show.
I don't think there's any more news.
There is some more news.
Like
Come away. Come away, man.
Or just say the headline of the story you want to talk about.
This is interesting.
Nudge Chinny.
There's other stuff in green, man. There's other stuff in green.
All right. Star Citizen adding real-time facial animation.
This is kind of cool.
Wow.
No, this does look very cool. I've got to say.
I would rather cut my dick off with a rusty bread knife.
Why?
Gives a
because I genuinely, right? You know, when we're talking about VR and what might happen. You know, I think this is kind of cool.
So, explain it, Stu.
So basically what happens is it uses your webcam to map your face into the game, and then your avatar in-game, when you talk, they talk for you. So they...
Actually, you know what? Here's the thing. I think this could be kind of cool in exactly the same way as it was cool to put your actual face on your avatar in
Rainbow
the golf...
Six Vegas 2.
Exactly.
Yeah, but how long ago is that now?
Not at all fun, just creepy and weird.
I don't know.
I thought it was cool when I put my face on Rainbow Six Vegas 2.
Yeah, Chinny thought it were cool. I don't know. I think this is kind of interesting that they're doing this. And I think it's something we'll see more of. You know, they're doing it in comedy night, for God's sake, and that's only £3.
Christ. I think it's nifty for about 30 seconds, and then it's like, think of all the time and effort that was spent to make this dumb mouth move. And
yeah, but you know what? Star Citizen has got that much cash now. I mean,
we're never going to see the game.
It's gonna come out eventually. It's not gonna never come out.
That's what they said about Rust.
It will come out, but I think the problem is now they've got so much money. They have to just keep adding stuff in to spend the money they've got, because it's like, well, people keep giving us all this cash, so we've got to do something with it, I guess.
And No Man's Sky.
No Man's Sky is pretty good by all accounts now.
Well, that's what I hear, but I ain't buying that shit.
I thought you already owned it. Did you not already own it?
Played it on the... Chinny talked about cutting off his dick. I don't know what to tell you.
I'm looking at this facial animation thing. I was like, I'd like this in PUBG.
Why?
See?
Nobody looks at each other's faces in PUBG.
You do when you shoot a minute.
Well, I look at Fraser's face a lot when he's not looking.
Yeah. Unbelievable. That's what I don't get either. I mean, yes, it's impressive to see the way they've gotten technology to take the person's face. When are you going to be sitting there staring at a person for 2 minutes?
It makes it all more immersive, man.
More immersive? What do you know?
Oh, God.
Anyway,
see,
before
when you're sort of, you know, giving person some shit after you've shot them or something, you can, like, give them their face, man. Look, you can do facial expressions of everything, so you can, like, you know,
give him the gas face.
diss him properly.
I don't know.
But yeah.
Okay, now forget that story. It's boring. Okay, the developer behind Crypt of the Necromancer has just announced its next game, but it's quite different. It's than the rhythm-based dungeon crawler. Industries of Titan is a city-building simulation strategy game, and it looks awesome.
Titan or Titans of Industry?
Industries of Titan.
Usually the phrase is the other way around. I guess they switched it in order to make an interesting title.
Yeah, so the game tasks you with it's one of the moons of.
Oh, dude, I got it right.
Yeah, the game tasks you
about
starting on a metropolis on Titan, one of Satan's moons, where you'll build a futuristic city from the resources you collect. It sounds like a cross between SimCity, a real-time strategy game, as you'll also be battling other civilizations for territory and resources. But by far the most striking part of the game is its art style. You might have seen
it does look very cool, I've got to say.
You might have seen the beautiful voxel-based animations and the art from Twitter user Sir Karma. Nope, I haven't. But yeah, the art style looks good. I'm just going to get some stuff. I like city-building games. So
you see, I put this in there because I thought both of you would like this.
Yeah, this is interesting. I'm interested.
And it looks cool because it's like, you know, city skylines, cyberpunk.
Yeah.
You know, it does look damn cool. I think you both like this.
Last week I talked about all the mods there are for Banished. Apparently there's one mod that changes the nature of the game. That's it.
No, this trailer's all fake though. It's all just like making it look nice. But I don't know. This looks cool.
It does look very cool, and and it's an interesting departure from what they last did because Crypt of the Necrodancer couldn't be more different, really. It really couldn't.
I like the idea of the Jurassic World park builder.
Yeah, there's a few of these now, isn't there, where they're doing something a little bit different.
It's coming back.
Yeah, I mean, because this is like Blade Runner City Builder.
Yeah.
Then we've also got Jurassic Park City Builder. But yeah, I think it's pretty good. It's pretty good. It's not going to be for me, but I can certainly see Chinny and possibly you, Duke, putting quite a few hours into this.
I was told about a game called RimWorld as well.
Oh, yeah.
Grown up.
So they do lots of rimming, do they, on that one?
Grown up.
I've never heard that joke before.
But that basically uses the same engine as Prison Architect.
All right, okay.
But it's like a survival game. So it's like Minecraft mixed with Prison Architect.
I've heard really good things, and it might be able to sustain itself at the current price. It's like $20. When you look at the graphics, it looks so basic. I'm like, I don't want to pay $20 for a game.
Yeah, but I've Prison Architect looks like that, and I'm very, very happy with.
And look, when I looked at Minecraft, I was like, are you kidding me? Yeah. But obviously, I've just gone nuts with Minecraft over
there. Graphics aren't everything, you know.
I know, that's what I'm saying, but I can't bring myself to buy RimWorld though.
Says Stu. What a fucking
Look, I like things with cool art styles. It doesn't necessarily have to look realistic though. You know what I mean? It's not all about photorealism, it's also about art style, isn't it?
Dark Ward devs releases game on Pirate Bay because of frustration with scammers. Piracy is one of the main enemies of many, if not most, video game and media companies, as it is often the blame for lost sales. One indie developer, however, has embraced piracy as a way to get its game in the hands of more people. Acid Wizard Studio has uploaded its game onto the Pirate Bay, the popular torrent site, in order to give those who can't afford it access to a safer version. Darkwood was fully released last week and has garnered a positive response from Steam users since then. Following its successful launch, Acid Wizards something or other, I can't say his name, explained that the developer wanted to ensure that everybody had the ability to play a secure, stable and safe copy. Quote, we decided to upload it to Pirate Bay because to ensure people who can't afford it to download it a safe version of the game.
The copy of the article just said.
Yep.
That's what he said. Do you know what's a bit sad about this? There is some...
A lot of money?
There's what, sorry?
They're going to lose a lot of money by doing
I don't think I don't think they'll necessarily lose a lot of money because I think it's a good move because it does, deter people from unfortunately downloading dodgy copies or the uploaders uploading dodgy copies. But what's kind of sad, is that within sort of a day of this happening, there's a website in the UK called Hot UK Deals. And within sort of the day of this happening, it said someone put one up: free Darkwood game PC at Eurogamer. Darkwood, a new perspective on horror. Blah 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 blah. However, it's 100% legal to download this game, and it's virus free. See the link. So people are sort of already putting it up as a hot deal because you can get it for free. And to be fair, a lot of the comments are saying like, it's for if you don't have the money. This isn't just meant to be like a free game. It's just for people who can't afford to buy it.
Yeah, dishonorable people are therefore going to buy it, or they're going to download it without paying, even though they can afford it.
Yeah.
So the company's money, like I said.
Yeah, and it's a shame because obviously they give a heat rating, on whether it's hot, or people go, yeah, it's hot. That's hot because it's a good deal. And it's up to 323 degrees heat, so people are doing it and going, yeah, this is a great deal. I get a game for free.
People don't care about the developers as much as you think.
I know, and it is kind of sad because they've obviously done this to try and stop people from not necessarily pirating it, but getting dodgy downloads. But
well, that's the thing. No good deed goes unpunished. You do the right thing, you're gonna suffer in some way. That's the way it is. You're an honorable person. So good on those of you who can afford it and are interested in this game. Buy it to reward them for being good.
Yeah, and I think it's a nice move by the devs.
Developers, then you're just being a whiner.
Yeah, just support the developers, people.
Yeah,
it's a weird-looking game.
It looks good, actually. I'm possibly going to get this at some point.
Top-down, sort of thinking about GTA 1, sort of.
You can get it free.
I'm not going to get it for free. I am going to
get it for free. You'll have a deal.
I get it for free. No, I'm going to get it when it's possibly in a sale because I've got too much of the stuff to play at the moment.
Yeah, me too.
But yeah, it does look very good. It really, my kind of game, I would have said.
Good use of light.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it does look very nice. Looks very nice, and like I say, we can give them some props for doing what they're doing. Yeah. And like I say, go and buy it, people. Don't go to Pirate Bay and
unless
download.
Unless you then wait for a sale.
I'm not going to do this. I'm going to buy it. I will buy it. But it does look very cool, I've got to say.
That was Darkwood.
That was Darkwood.
And that's all the news.
That is the news.
News thank you for listening to the news.
Hello, good evening, and welcome to the middle of the film.
Right. Yeah, we have got one email this evening, so we'll do that first.
All right.
Whoa, that ruled.
And the one email that we've got this week is from Procrastinator Fabulous Finley, of course. And he says this. He says this. Really late. Sorry, it'll be a short quiz, so let's just go.
Okay, here we go. Here comes the quiz theme song.
I'll suck your cock for $1,000.
Oops, I played the wrong theme song. Here, wait, I got
what the hell?
It's time for the quiz. It's time for the quiz. We play the shitty sound clip when it's time for the quiz.
Oh, God.
And we got a sound clip from Pilch this week.
You've got a clip of me.
See, we got a clip of him.
There you go. Right, here's it. Question 1. Are you ready?
Yes.
Yes, it is.
In Assassin's Creed Syndicate, what's the DLC about the infamous serial killer called?
Oh my God, I actually know this. Wait, hang on a second. It's called...
No one gives a shit.
Is it about Jack the Ripper?
It is Jack the Ripper. Well done, you.
Yay.
You did well there. I'm impressed. Are you ready for question 2?
He knew the name of the most famous serial killer of all time. Good job, Chip.
There's nothing wrong with that, right? Just leave him
alone.
It's
like a Trivial Pursuit. We call them suicide doctor questions because they're like, what's suicide doctor? Like, there's only one.
Doctor Who. Doctor Who. Anyway. Right, are you ready for question 2?
Are you okay?
I don't know. I'm
You
know,
can't
been on
be funny, Stu. We're me and Duke are the funny
No,
ones.
he's warming up for comedy night, man. Rip it up.
Number 2. What is the name of the indie first-person shooter set in World War One that came out around the same time as Battlefield 1? I have never heard of this.
Valiant Hearts?
Nope.
Twin Peaks, the video game?
Nope.
What about the Army Shooter 4?
No.
The Germans are coming.
From what?
No. I've never even heard of this. What is this?
Nazi nachos.
Nazi nachos?
Yeah.
What is that, like Nazis eating Mexican food? What is that?
Yeah.
Yeah,
the
there you
game.
go. There's
It's like
the game.
it's like root beer tapper, but it's like Nazis eating nachos.
Answer, please.
Verdun.
Verdun.
Verdun. I don't know. Verdun.
The Battle of Verdun.
Verdun.
The city in France.
The largest and longest battle of the First World War.
Well, it's got good reviews, whatever it is.
Read a fucking history book at some point.
I think you need to play your I don't give a shit sound clip at this point.
Okay.
Care about World War One? Okay.
Wow.
Not really.
Wow.
Better take that.
Long time ago. No, what I'm saying is I don't give a shit that I don't know.
Okay.
Okay.
Anyway, moving on. Next quiz question.
Anyway, yes, moving on. We have got one final question. Here we go. Number 3. The next Call of Duty game is set in what war and what years?
World War One, obviously, because they have to do exactly what Battlefield does.
No.
And it's
shows how much you know.
Really? I thought they
World War
were.
Two. It's called Call of Duty
It's
World War
called
Two.
World War Two.
Hell knows. Who cares?
And I'm guessing it's early 40s, like when the World War Two was on. Like, was it 45 when it finished?
Yeah, 41 to 45.
It'd be weird if it took place in 1956 and it was in World War Two.
Yeah.
You still think the war is on? It's, I gotta go kill some Germans. No.
That's kind of what Wolfenstein's about.
No, you don't.
Wolfenstein's a bit like that.
So there you go. Yes, yeah, Call of Duty World War II, Duke, unbelievably, is set in World War II. Who knew?
Well, okay, my bad.
True.
Proud
But
that I don't know anything about Call of Duty game.
Don't worry, Stu doesn't care about the First World War. He only cares
I
about
don't necessarily not care. I don't care that I don't know.
It's okay. You're a monster. It's fine.
Just bragging about his ignorance. That's all.
It's fine. And that's it. I went to Quarry Bank Mill today, so I did historical games. I'm not getting roasted by Chinny again, so I'll have a good one.
Apparently he's going camping next week, so we won't be able to listen live, so we have to take the piss out of him.
You're stupid.
Yeah.
How dare you go camping?
Yeah,
Oh,
right.
yeah.
What's camping except being homeless for a weekend?
Yeah. That was actually another joke at the Edinburgh Festival, by the way. Dying is a lot like camping. I don't want to do it.
Yeah, there you go.
There you go. Yeah, so that's it. So thank you, Finley. That was very kind of you to send us a very late email. And yeah, I guess we'll not get one next week because you're camping.
Camping.
Call of Duty camping.
Camping. Enjoy being wet and
he's going to
rain.
Duxford. Duxford.
Duxford.
RAF Duxford.
RAF Duxford. Duxford. Yeah, I don't know why I was saying that. Anyway, but yeah, thanks for that. Enjoy your camping and enjoy getting wet.
Duxford is by Cambridge.
Oh, that's I like Cambridge. It's a lovely place. A lovely, lovely place. Anyway, we have got some speak pipes, so we should do those.
Do we really?
We do. I've sent you 2.
Speak
pipe. It's the way to leave a message for us.
I am not Mr. Lebowski. You're Mr. Lebowski. I'm the dude. So that's what you call me, you know? That or his dudeness or duder or, El Duderino if you're not into the whole brevity thing.
Classic. Veteran Gamers just went live on Twitch. Is that what you sent me?
Yeah.
All right.
I don't think so.
Comes to us tonight from Will.i.am and Duke's 55th fan. Zippity Bob. Here we go.
I am Will.i.am's #1 fan.
I am not the same person as Will I Am, though, because I can't be a fan of him if I am him. Zippity bop and all of that. Well, I'm back again, and I just wanted to say I'm actually a big fan of Duke's as well. Yes, Team Duke and all of that. And I like how he always plays the sound bites and the sound clips and the sound bits and all of that shit. And also, I really think, though, I really think, though, that it's great how he always talks about politics and all of that, so I can talk about it with my mates down in the pub and sound proper clever and that. And he talks about that Donald Fart geezer and all of that shit. Well, anyways, I just wanted to say, I don't really think teachers get long enough holiday.
Yeah,
you see, that's not ironic. Like, they don't get long enough holiday, and I think that we should give them like 3 years holiday, because we've seen some of them kids. My gosh. Well, thanks. Bye now.
All right. Well.
All right.
It's very weird because will.i.am's biggest fan sounded more brummy last time, but now he sounds more cockney.
He did. And he made me, I'll be honest, he sounded a little bit like Pilch, but I can't see it being Pilch.
No, that's not Pilch.
No, it's not Pilch. It did sound a little bit like him, though.
Sound like John Mouse.
Well, I did wonder that as well, actually. That had crossed my mind.
Mm-hmm.
You would know about getting enough time off.
Yeah, that had crossed my mind. And he mentioned being a teacher.
That's what always happens. People start teaching. I remember when I was an activist in Florida, and I would be involved in stuff, and I'd have friends who were involved in activism, and then they start teaching, and they just no time. Like, they're never around suddenly. And I was like, man, when I'm a teacher, I'm not going to be like that. Guess what? As soon as I started teaching, no time. Just like, go away, rest of the world. I can't be helping anybody with anything because I have no time because I'm busy teaching. All right, the next speak pipe. So thank you very much for that, my #1 fan. I appreciate it. And the next speak pipe comes to us from Derek Steins. It's a speak pipe quiz. Well, that's interesting. We just had one quiz, and now we're gonna have another quiz. I guess I got to play the sound clip again,
play it all the way through.
It's time for the quiz. It's time for the quiz. We play the shitty sound clip when it's time for the quiz.
You mean just keep playing that over and over?
No, just play Derek's clip all the way through. Before we.
Yeah, how's that a quiz, though? How's that a quiz?
Oh, you mean just.
Hey, veteran gamers, it's Derek Steins again, and for my quiz, I'm just going to play you 10 film clips, and all you need to do is see which films they're from.
Pause them.
I'm really good at these. All right, you ready?
Okay, here we go.
The first one's going to be from The Big Lebowski.
Walter. Hell, I can get you a tow by 3 o'clock this afternoon with nail polish.
Oh, that's from The Big Lebowski. Sweet.
That
was not the quiz, people. Here it comes.
Hear me say at the end, that's when I'll be giving you the answers. So here goes.
It's alive! It's alive! It's alive!
Okay. Anybody know? I know.
Is it Little Shop of Horrors?
I know.
Oh no, I know what it is. Oh no. Is that not from it's a musical. Nope. It is a musical, is it not?
Isn't it? Is that Dr. Strangelove?
Nope.
Huh.
I'm pretty sure it's not.
Frankenstein?
Yeah, I think it's Young Frankenstein. I'm fairly sure this is Gene Wilder. Let me play it again.
It's alive! It's alive!
I mean, it might be just Frankenstein.
No, I think it's Young Frankenstein. I think you're right.
It does sound like Gene Wilder.
Yeah.
Next one.
Jurassic Park.
Park. Yes, good job. One. Oh, duh.
I didn't hear that. What was that?
No, I didn't.
Play it again. You'll know it. As soon as you hear it, you'll know it.
I can't tell what that even is.
I can't hear it.
It's a guy hanging onto a ledge.
It is?
What does he say? I can't hear what he says.
Fly, you fools.
Oh
my God! Are you serious?
I know what it is, but I can't think what it is.
I don't know.
It's Run, You Fools, isn't it?
No, it's not. It's Fly, You Fool. God.
Is it? Is it Run, You Fools? That's what Procrastinator Fabulous says. It's Run, You Fools, is it not? I don't know.
Someone in the chat, say what it is.
Play it
The
again.
guy who not say run, you fools.
Play it
He's
again.
not-
Play it again.
I know, right? All right, playing it one more time. Here we go. There's a lot of noise right after it. Thank you, Procrastinator Fabulous.
I don't know. It's a horror film of some
Thank you,
description.
Procrastinator Fabulous.
Oh, really? Yeah, Lord of the Rings. Like,
I am ashamed to be on a podcast with you
oh,
guys.
is it the bit where Gandalf is hanging?
He doesn't say fly. What are you going on about?
Are you on drugs? Do you want me to play it again?
He says, run, you fools. They don't fly. The hobbits and stuff, they don't have wings. What are you going on about?
Are you familiar with the concept of an idiomatic phrase? Are you familiar with the concept of Gandalf doesn't talk like everybody else? Let's go down to the pub and have a pint. No, God. He says fly, you fools. Trust me.
He says fly, you fools. I've just checked it.
Oh, yeah, he does say fly, you fools.
Moving
I always
on
thought he said run, though, weirdly.
If you want to complain about how you heard the movie wrong, go ahead. Let me know.
Yeah, it's funny though, because that's what you think he says.
I didn't get that because Lord of the Rings is shit. Move on, next one.
Hey, Jesus Christ! I got one person who insists the Lord of the Rings is not what Lord of the Rings is, and then the other one's like, it's stupid. I don't care.
Oh no, the ring! Just put it on. Be a man. Whatever.
Stick the ring on. What's the matter with you?
All right, next clue.
And in The Hobbit, why didn't the eagles just fly them all the way there? Like, I don't get it.
It's a good question.
It's dumb.
Yeah, it is dumb. Yeah. Carry on. Anyway, aren't the Eagles in the Lord of the Rings? I don't know.
I don't know. They're a good band though.
I think they're in the Lord of the Rings. I think you're getting mixed up with your...
No, at the end of The Hobbit...
Right, man, and I hate the fucking Eagles. There's another Lebowski.
At the end of The Hobbit, they're stuck on a tree, right?
Well, I was playing the next thing, but...
Oh, sorry. All right, you play next week. Go on, go.
All right. Next
go.
step. Here it comes.
Mr. Treehorn treats objects like women, man.
Is that really it, or are you just playing Big Lebowski?
Sit down. They're just playing around, didn't he?
That was Lebowski again. All right, here goes for real. Now shut up. That was the last one. Here comes the next one.
The truth! You can't handle the truth!
Which suicide doctor?
Oh, I don't know.
That's Tom Cruise and John Oxford. What's he called? Oh my god.
That was pathetic. I'm just not shouting these out because I want to get them.
It's a film.
I know what it's called.
Oh, you can't handle the truth. What's the truth? Oh man, what is that film?
Letter.
Yeah, so it's a good film, that.
It's the Few Good Films.
Oh, A Few Good Men. Yeah. Fuck you.
Hey, how about that? All right, next one coming up here. I win, by the way.
This is going well. This is going well.
Failing this quiz. Just these lunkheads can't get any of these.
Frankly, my dear, I don't give a damn.
Oh, just
Is that thingy?
Oh, Gone with the Wind.
Yes. Hey, Stu got one. How about that? Well done, Stu.
Soppy romance film.
Well, let's pretend slavery wasn't all that bad film. All right, next one.
Wow. Signal. Unleash hell.
What?
I actually don't know what that is.
What's that again?
Unleash hell.
Unleash hell.
Yeah.
That's Gone with the Wind. Casablanca.
Casablanca, no.
Play that again, Duke.
I do know that, but I can't think what it is.
It's Le Quatre Sans Coup. Ha! That's a hilarious joke for anybody who knows film.
At my signal. Unleash hell.
Is that Hellboy?
No.
Signal, Unleash hell.
Something probably with hell, or Devil's Advocate?
He's got an Australian accent, the guy.
No, it's like just before they shoot everyone or do something like that, it is. Or bomb something.
Pilcher Toy Story.
Yeah, Toy Story, that's what it was.
Yeah.
No, it's not Rambo. No, it isn't Rambo.
Well, we're stumped. We'll come back to that. Next one.
Every time a bell rings,
Shut up, kid. I would smack that kid so hard. Every time you get smacked in the face, an angel dies.
Wow, what the hell was that?
That was the Christmas.
Oh my God,
the Christmas song.
It's a miracle that you don't know this.
Oh, God, is that a miracle on whatever street?
34th Street. Jesus.
I've never even seen that film. I have never seen it.
Neither have I. I don't have to see it in order to know what the fuck it's called.
I've never seen that movie.
Next one.
Somebody stop me.
That's Batman, I guess.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
Is it not? What is that?
What's wrong with you?
I don't know. Come on, say it again. Come on. Play it again. Play it again.
Oh, sorry. No, that's the mask. That's the mask.
Yeah.
Oh, no, you know the one previous?
It did sound a bit like the Joker, though,
The previous
to be fair.
one, you know the one with the girl? That was It's a Wonderful Life.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was trying to say that, and then you said it was Miracle on 44th Street, and then I went,
I've never seen
maybe
that
I'm
one
wrong.
either. I've never seen that one either.
Well, I guess that's less stupid than Miracle on 34th Street. Okay. Fair enough. I was wrong. My bad. Yeah. Next one. Are we done, or is that it?
Dover! Move your blooming ass!
I don't know what that is.
Harry Potter,
It's
maybe?
British.
That's all I hear.
Was that Carry On Camping?
I don't know. I don't know what that is.
Ant Girl, maybe? Playing it again.
Dover! Move your blooming ass!
Rita and Sue and Bob too? I don't know.
It sounds something like that, doesn't it?
I think it's Toy Story.
Probably Toy Story.
Mrs. Brown's Boys, the movie. It could be that.
God.
It could be that. I have no idea.
Good job. You
can't-
stumped us here, Derek.
Pilch is leaving because Stu said Batman on Smoke.
Look, he sounded like the Joker. I wasn't really listening. It's not exactly the best regard.
Not listening. Well, how about you let us know when you're listening before we
about-
play?
what
I'm trying to listen, but it's not. Some of them aren't that great. I'm
One of the
supposed to
most
say.
famous catchphrases of the 90s, like smoking. Like, really?
I wasn't really listening.
Oh my
All
I
right.
just
next
the
one.
accent. Anyway,
Next
Karen.
one.
Gotta be fucking kidding.
I have no idea what that is.
Don't know what that is.
Sorry. Sounds like Reservoir Dogs, maybe, but probably not. All right, we're stumped again. That's 3 times you've stumped us. Good job, Derek.
Okay, the end. And the answers are Frankenstein, Jurassic
Oh, it was regular Frankenstein. Okay.
Park,
Yep.
Fellowship of the Ring, A Few Good Men,
Yep.
Gone with the Wind,
Yep.
Gladiator.
Gladiator. When I
Gladiator, that's it. I know I'd seen it.
Shut up.
It's a
You
Wonderful
didn't
Life.
know it.
Miracle on 34th Street. I'm gonna like insist that It's a Wonderful Life doesn't exist. It's not a real movie. It's just Miracle on 43rd Street.
The Mask, My Fair Lady,
Oh, My Fair Lady. Okay.
and John Carpenter's The Thing.
The Thing. Ooh.
There you go.
I'm ashamed that I didn't get The Thing.
Tuscan got it.
Good
Yeah,
job,
yeah, Tuscan got it.
Derek. Appreciate that. Somebody else do another one of those. We can't expect him to do those every week, but
Should
Yeah.
do
Somebody-
some video games.
Yeah, do something I'm shit at.
yeah. Well, then when he gets them all wrong, he can go, "I wasn't really listening."
Anyway.
And sometimes
You could tell which
shut
video
up.
game it would be if it was like, "Hey, I'm a pigeon. Do you want to fuck me?" Like,
To be fair, that's a really not sophisticated way to have sex with someone. Hey, like if you ever went to the bar and did that, like, "Hey, I'm a woman. You want to fuck me?"
I don't know how things work.
Apparently not. All right, is it time for shout outs?
I think it is.
It's time for a shout out. Hey!
There you go. Well, I'll start as I wasn't here last week. So first of all, I've got to thank Pilch for filling in. So thank you, Pilch, as always. And he did a good job from what I heard, although he was giving me some grief and doing impressions of me. I did notice this as I was listening.
You did a great job impressing you.
Yeah, I did. Yeah, I did. And obviously, thank you for you two guys, you know, for keeping everything going while I was away and all that jive, you know.
Yeah, that's right.
That's right. You did that. I did think it was kind of funny when you started the show and then like, oh, we never decided who was hosting. That was
Yeah, we
kind of
never
fun.
talked about them.
No.
But
So that
it
was
all
kind
worked out. It was fine.
It was all good. It was also good. Yeah, shout out to Austria. There you go. That's what Tuscan said.
They all just went,
Because
"Hey."
yeah,
Shout
it's
out
a lovely place. I've got to say, very clean. very clean, and it was hot.
I would describe any holiday as clean.
Yeah, but you see, it is clean though. There's no rubbish. There's no fag ends. You know, they keep it clean. It's a clean place.
Okay.
Not like UK. You don't know what I mean till you go there.
Yeah, but you know what? You went to a holiday resort, didn't you? I bet you went to other parts of Austria. It would be dirty with fag ends everywhere.
No, I've been to quite a few different places in Austria. It's always clean.
I've been to Austria. Somebody in Austria, write in and let us know that there are filthy places in your country.
It's a lovely country. They're
is
proud,
very
man.
clean.
They look after their country.
Our tireless safety engineers crash test over 20,000 cars a year. Wait a minute, that's not a dummy. This exhibit is closed.
That's Sweden, man. That's where they did. Volvos are built in there.
Thank you for also never watching The Simpsons. Do you have any other shout-outs?
No, that's it. So there you go. That's me done. And obviously, everyone for listening and all the people who are going to come on next week for our 400th show.
Episode 400. If you want in on this fun, then come along. Go to Veteran
We need to
Gamers.
have somebody who's never been on our show before for next week's show. That's my goal for the 400th show. Someone who's listened but never contacted us, never been on a live show. Go outside your comfort zone. If you really want to know how you can pay us back for all these awesome shows, well, the 2 awesome shows we've done, and then the 398 crap shows, come on and your voice heard, or at least send a speak pipe if you've never sent anything in before. Because we want to hear everybody at some point.
What about Will I Am live?
That would be great if we could have Will I Am live.
That would be funny.
Derek Science hasn't been on the show.
Well, he's given speak pipes. I mean, it'd be cool to have him live, no doubt. But it would be even cooler
You want to
have
hear a fresh voice.
Exactly. Someone we've never heard before. Someone with a really weird voice, too. Like, if you have a weird voice for... Hey, guys, I love video games!
Why won't you let me on the show? So, yeah, if you want to get in contact, just go on veterangamers.co.uk. At the top right, it says contact, and then just send us your thing with your Skype name, and then, you know, you can come on the show. We record at 9 p.m. British time on Sunday. And, yeah, you can also DM us on Twitter if we follow each other, and then we'll get you on. And then we'll put you on the list. Bet 10-minute slot. Bring something. I don't know, a funny story, a funny, like a game review you've been playing, or just a favourite moment from the show, or you want to tell Stu that.
That's what you're supposed to do at an anniversary show.
Yeah. Yeah. Do that. So that's it. So you've been warned, and good.
There you go.
Yeah.
There you go. Brilliant. Right, Chinny, over to you.
Oh, yeah, and it'll be my birthday as well on that day.
It's my birthday.
So it's going to be my birthday on episode 400.
And the one thing we can guarantee is Chinny won't be drunk. So there you go. So
sure, I wish Chinny a happy birthday.
Yeah.
Yeah. I want to shout out Ben, who I work with, who I play PUBG with, and also every time he gets the notification that the Veteran Gamers has gone live every Sunday, it puts him in the mood for a bath, and he listens to the show in the bath.
All right.
So he's probably looking at his
hand moves southward.
He's probably looking at his willy now. So yeah, shout out to Ben, who we get in the mood for the bath. Shout out to Ben.
Yeah.
And also, I got another episode of Best Bits of PUBG coming out.
Whee!
Yeah, people are liking those.
Yeah.
What's not to like?
I know, exactly.
Yeah. Yep. That's me done.
Then there's only Duke left then. So
Wales. Shout out to Wales.
Shout out to
Wales.
They sing beautifully. Ha! Get it? Because there's too many. I will shout out everybody in the VG Hub. It's been a while since we played this little gem.
If you like this podcast, there is another site you should check out, which is called VGHub.net. And on there, you find a bunch of links to other video game podcasts similar in vein to ours, but different in the way they're delivered. Some have all kinds of sound effects.
Are for old people.
Some talk about
Too
RPGs.
many, some people say.
Come on now. Some might say that.
No one says that.
Then, of course, you have links to, great forums.
You don't have any other friends.
So check it out, VGHub.net. It is a great starting point for your podcast discovery.
I will also shout out everybody listening, and Antonio, we should play some Rocket League at some point soon. I will shout out Donald J. Trump, because there's a joke account Donald Trump's Twitter handle is @RealDonaldTrump. But this person snatched up the username @REA Donald Trump. So it looks like the real account. And every once in a while he'll tweet something that's like so horrible, but I'm like, oh wait, it's the trolling account. And he just recently updated his header image on Twitter. He uses the same facial photo that Donald Trump uses, so it looks exactly like the real Donald Trump. But his header image he started to play around with so people know it's a joke account. And it says, it has a, like a nameplate for a desk. And it says, "Fucker in charge of you fucking fucks."
Oh yeah, I've seen that. Yeah. What's the name of the Twitter account?
@ReDonaldJTrump. So, or @ReDonaldTrump. So it's REA Donald Trump rather than REAL Donald Trump. Yes, shout out to him and shout out to all my homies. And will.i.am especially, and my #1 fan. Thank you for all that crazy stuff you've sent in over the years.
Actually, I think it's your number 55th fan.
Right, that. Thank you for listening, everybody. Good night.
Gonna do something less boring instead. Sitting at home, watch TV.
Saturday, Donnie, is Shabbos, the Jewish day of rest. That means I don't work. I don't drive a car. I don't fucking ride in a car. I don't handle money. I don't turn on the oven. And I sure as shit don't fucking roll!
Oh, Lebowski, why are you such a great movie?
It's a good movie, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
Yes, it is. So there you go. How long have you got on holiday now, Duke? Or are you back? When are you back?
Well, this week we got the meetings and stuff, and the students come back on the 5th. So
not long then.
Next weekend's the last one that you'll have with me before I start getting all exhausted and run down. You'll notice a difference in my demeanor starting a week after Sunday.
Oh no, well that's good that it's the 400th show before you go back, isn't it? You see?
Exactly. One last huzzah.
Exactly. It's worked out well.
It has worked out well. My life is pretty blessed, I must say.
Oh, your life is pretty blessed.
Yes,
bless you. Bless you.
Hey, did you see the fight? Did you see the fight?
Oh no, I didn't see the fight. No.
No.
In fact, I'd forgotten about it until this afternoon. Late this afternoon, I said to Millie, "Oh, who won the fight, by the way?"
I had the reason why I had the twins, and because the twins have never stopped at my house before.
All right.
My brother had them for like 4 days or whatever, and he says, "Oh, Mike, do you fancy looking after the twins on the Saturday? Because you're saying you never." You haven't had them round and stuff, and you'd like to have them round. I was like, yeah, no, I'd love to have them round at any time. And he went, yeah, good, because then I can watch the fight as well, so thanks.
Yeah, 4 o'clock in the morning or whatever it was, wasn't it?
Yeah. I forgot about it, and then I remember I was out and about today, the inflatable world thing, and I heard somebody say, Floyd Mayweather, and I was like, oh yeah, I forgot about that, and I googled it, and then thought, what's that?
I like the beats and shouting.
80 million
Yeah.
each.
Yeah, for what is a thing in a UFC fighter normally, isn't he, McGregor?
Yeah.
So
Giving
did
it
he
the
try
big
to
one.
kick him and shit, like knee him in the guts and stuff?
But I mean, he's obviously hard as nails.
About a fight, I'm gonna leave. Have a good night.
Okay. Bye.
He's obviously hard as nails, but he didn't look like a boxer. If you know.
He's not a boxer though, is he? He isn't a
But
boxer.
he didn't, when
is
you could tell when he was in the ring, he just didn't look like a boxer either. But there you go. I don't know anything about stuff, so who cares?
I'm guessing they'd have had to have sort of taken him out early to have any chance at all, really.
I don't know. But
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Apparently, it was a good fight, though. I mean, at least it went 10 rounds, I guess, so people got the money's worth.
I guess so.
It went over in like 10 minutes.
I'm gonna stop the stream, Stu.
Yeah, that's fine.
Say goodbye to everybody.
Goodbye, everybody.
Goodbye.
Goodbye. You could take him, Stu. Yeah, I'm sure I could. I don't think so.
Right. It's stopping